guys, welcome back to the channel. And before I get into everything, I just want to say, please like, subscribe, comment, share, and also click that notification bell so you know when you get my videos, and share with friends, family, and whoever. I've really been enjoying doing this and hope to do more different cool videos in the future. But again, thank you for watching. So today I'm going to be reviewing The Suicide Squad. So let's get into it. Now, this movie is directed by the wonderful and masterful James Gunn and stars John Cena, Idris Elba, Margot Robbie, Viola Davis, and a very full cast of colorful character actors that is too long of a list to name all of them. So if you want to know everyone who's in this movie, you can look up the cast list on IMDb or Google. So a little bit of synopsis for this movie before I get into everything is basically Amanda Waller puts together another Suicide Squad of a new colorful cast of characters, but with some old ones like your Boomerangs, like your Harley Quinns and Rick Flags. And she sends these teams in to complete a mission that's taking place in Maltese, where it is a project that has been there for 30 years that they need to destroy. And she sends in the Suicide Squad to finish this mission. And as you would have guessed, everything doesn't go as planned. So with that out the way, my thoughts on this movie was I freaking loved this movie. This movie takes the concept and the idea from the first one and makes it 10 times better. James Gunn is a master and wonderful at these ensemble movies. At this point, with the third time hitting, we have to admit to ourselves the fact that he is phenomenal when it comes to making these ensemble movies work and making you care about characters who don't get that much screen time. And that's what I really loved about this movie. Not only was it well paced and didn't drag or wasn't really slow at any moments, he also chooses and makes wise decisions with these characters, when to use them, when to not, and how to get the most out of the characters he puts in his movies, especially this movie, The Suicide Squad. The characters were the best part for me. Everyone's character moments really made you feel for them. It really made you care. And at the end of the day, for ensemble movies, that's the key goal, to make you care about every single character. And he really did a good job of making you care for every single character that you might not want to care for or you shouldn't care for. He finds a way to do it. And the standouts for this movie are definitely The Ratcatcher 2 and Bloodsport and Peacemaker. Once you see this movie, you can obviously see why Peacemaker is eventually getting his own show on HBO Max. John Cena knocks it out the park with his role, as well as Idris Elba and the whole entire cast with their roles. Now, another aspect of this movie that I love is the humor. This movie is hilarious. He makes it weird and funny and R-rated, and it's just a good time that you'll be sitting down laughing your butt off to jokes that you shouldn't be laughing at. So that is another aspect that I really like. And speaking of the R rating, this movie really does earn its R rating. Some movies you might see and think about like, well, it really didn't need to be rated R. One movie that comes to mind in the DCEU is Birds of Prey. For me, I really like Birds of Prey, but I also felt that it really didn't need to be R-rated. It was a few F-bombs here and a few blood, but if you take that out, it doesn't really change the movie. But for this movie, it really does earn that R rating. With characters like King Shark who literally eat people, you had to make it R rating. And with a team name like The Suicide Squad, you gotta expect some gruesome deaths, some gnarly kills, and that is what you get in this movie. Now, another aspect of this movie I really liked was the action was really well shot. it ceases to amaze me how James Gunn can switch up and change, but also still stick to his style. And with this, the camera work and the shots and the things he does with the camera, shooting action, are really well done. With it's not shaky, it's not all over the place. It's really smooth movement and slick action where you can see everyone's movements and see what everyone's doing. And that leads into another aspect that I liked, is the fact that with an ensemble, you have a lot of characters with a lot of different power sets. And what he does a good job with is showing distinctively what each person brings to the table. A problem with the first Suicide Squad is it just felt like a lot of people were just punching people, or they power sets kind of overlapped, and it really didn't make sense why they were a team. But with this, you can see what each individual brings to the table to make the team go. And it just shows the different type of craftsmanship and director that went into making this movie. No gripe against David Ayers, because from what he said, the movie studio meddled and kind of cut his movie up and made it something that it wasn't. But just right off the bat, you can tell with this movie, James Gunn knows what to do with this type of concept, with this type of team up type of movie. And it takes a really great filmmaker to pull something like this off, and you can obviously see why DC jumped on the chance to hire James Gunn once everything happened and get him to make this movie. And also you see why they probably want him to do even more projects within the DC universe of with how skilled of a filmmaker and creative he is. So The Suicide for me was a phenomenal movie. Probably one of my favorite DC movies to date at this moment. I really enjoyed this movie, and I have to give this a 4 out of 4. This was firing on all cylinders from start to finish, and I can't recommend it enough. HBO Max or see it in theaters. I would say see it in theaters because it is worth it. But if you want to watch it on HBO Max, that's fine too. So, all in all, that's my review for The Suicide Squad. Please comment below. What's your favorite DCEU movie? What's your favorite DC movie? Did you like it? Did you guess who was going to die? Did you not? Did you get them all wrong? Whatever it is, comment below. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and as always, I'll see you next time.